Hey everybody, what's going on? Icy Cat here. Today we've got a new Black Ice update for you. The latest images of the yacht map have been revealed. Let's take a closer look next. Today, Ubisoft France released this image on their website, and it details an image of the yacht as well as some others we'll take a look at in a second. On the right, you can see a description. It reads, "Yacht. In the Bafflin Bay, a luxury yacht has crashed into an iceberg, breaching the hull. Rainbow has been sent to secure the stranded vessel as an unidentified submarine has docked near the vessel." So right there, we've got some information right away. The iceberg has breached the hull. Maybe there's a hole in the side of the hull that we can use to get access to the inside. All right, let's take a closer look at this first image. We've got Buck and Frost engaged in what looks like a firefight. You'll see behind Frost in the distance, we have an opening, what looks to be out onto the exterior. That looks like maybe it's the snow or glacier fields behind that. So when they're first coming into this room, looks like this is on the night variation of the map. We have a unique color palette going on here. Lots of cold colors, blues and whites, and just dark imagery all around. This is a substantial change from the other maps we've seen in the majority of the game, where the overwhelming color palette tends to be beiges and, reds and salmons and just warmer colors like that. Looks like we have some kind of a boat launching platform in here. I don't know what's going on with that exactly. It looks like something you can probably get cover behind. Let's take a look at the next image. This is an aerial view of the yacht at night, and we can see a few important details. First, we can see how the boat is lit up. And if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice a couple of very bright lights on what looks to be a pair of ski mobiles. Ahead of that, you can make out the images of Buck and Frost making an approach up the side of the snowpack. That looks like it ends in a ramp which goes up to the middle deck. Also, if you look to the right of the headlight on the right ski mobile, you can see what looks like it could either be a path that goes down to the hull, or maybe that's just an area where the ice is thin and that's water. I'm uncertain as to that, but it did say in the description that the ice floe has breached the hull. So that could also be another way to get into the boat, is maybe if you take that right path along the water line and you can get in through the hull breach itself, possibly. You'll notice we also have lots of broken ice on the deck itself, especially in the forward position of the craft, and it looks like it's going to be heavily penetrated through the hull in that section. So it'll be kind of cool to have those ice chunks breaking through and then into the interior of the map as well, and that should mix things up in interesting ways. Now in this image, we can see the yacht in the daytime variation. Once again, we have some interesting information showing us that the attackers are coming up a rear snowpack onto the mid-deck. So that looks like it hints at one of the other spawn positions that they're coming up from, unless the other one wraps around. But both of those paths appear to lead you up to that same middle deck. Just one is more in the rear of the craft, one is more in the middle. As we take a closer look at this image, we can make out a few details. For instance, in the middle deck there, you see what looks like a C-shaped countertop, perhaps some type of a bar, and what looks like maybe a frozen over jacuzzi or a pool. We have some stairs that go down a level below, and we have these blue plates that sort of will act to obscure line of sight. Should help the attackers make their approach a little bit. Interesting to note, if you check out over by the lifeboats, right above that there's a balcony that's attached to the side of the craft. And you can make out what looks like a door as well as a couple of windows that are right there. So an interesting question is, can the defenders come out on that and engage the attackers as they come? Or can the attackers rappel up the side of the boat and then use that to get in a higher position? This image in particular really highlights the verticality of the map. If you look at sort of the center of the map where the structures are the densest, not taking into consideration the decks that come off the rear of those levels, you could have a lot of good trapdoors or ladders going on in those sections, and we'll see how far that goes. If there's another level down below the water line as well, we could have, maybe 4 levels on this map, possibly even 5. It depends on how far below the water line we go with things. I would anticipate that this is going to be a lot like the airplane map, in that it's going to be a lot of long hallways but narrow rooms. Although this does look wider than the airplane overall, so it shouldn't be as limited in that way. Well, that's been our first look at the yacht map. Now tomorrow when the DLC launches, I'll be sure to put up a video of the gameplay in that map as soon as I can, as well as operator highlights. To stay up to date on all the latest news and information regarding Black Ice or any other Siege content, make sure to like and subscribe for more information. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.